Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another DCO video. Running here in Olympus with the hybrid build that I have for Electricity. Seeing how it goes. It's pretty cool because we got Mystery here, some people from old school. I've seen basically that league on the test server from seeing some Mad Rabbit stuff. So we'll talk about Loadout and everything at the end of the video and give our thoughts about it. So with this hybrid Loadout, I am basically just using wow, I'm actually not mad about it. So in this hybrid loadout, I am dumping all my powers, and I'm using my weapon to basically power recharge. Which of course I'm getting power back just fine. Kind of using Pulse Beam a bit. I am actually the weaker of the CRs in here.
I shall now open the gates of the lands for you to enter. But beware, you are more than
No, just recording.
your presence here is blasphemy.
So I can actually probably talk about my loadout as I'm doing it. So the loadout that I start off with is Electrogenesis, and then we do Arc Lightning so I can apply the power interaction for Electricity, and then we go into Voltaic, Bolt, Electrocute, and into Vessel Wall. And then we just do our weapon combos as much as we want for the next 12 seconds while we wait for everything. Until as everything pops up, and I'm just going to play around with it a little bit. It's ads. I'm not really going to focus a lot wasting powers on the one ad that's up. At the same time, I kind of now wish I did clear my combat log to see how this actually goes. I wonder if I'll have time to do that before we do this final boss fight, because I definitely want to try and get some boss damage. Yes. I don't know either one. I don't know. I'm not gonna be home all day, so today. Tomorrow I should be fine. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do tomorrow yet. Okay, well, I gotta get back to this. Messing up the video. Roommate needed attention. Love him. Alright, so let me go and destroy my combat log real fast while this is going. Because that will give me actual information to look at later.
And your friends. The grounds of Olympus are for the feet of gods alone.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, mighty Athena, but you will find that my friends are very strong.
Alright. This ought to be fun. Not sure how they want to do ads or anything, but I guess we'll just wing it. We'll just go with it.
I do not seek violence.
And here we go. I do have 100% Supercharge. I'll probably go ahead and cast that as well. And the Supercharge I'm using is Megavolt. Nice. Slow rotation. Looks like Megavolt might have like a 30-second cooldown. Jeez. Now, I could be doing my rotation a little better with adding weapon flipping in. But for now, I just want to really dump all my powers and then just move on. As Electrogenesis, Arc Lightning, Voltaic Bolt, Electrocute, and then Tesla Ball. Oh, I think I'm screwed. Luckily, I'm going to be able to stun most of everything around me. So I guess in one boss fight, I can get 3 Megavolts in full. That's cool. Damage looking at it for now. Oh, I'm so low.
Travel to Hecate's workshop to retrieve
yeah, see, I'm also seeing lazy over here actually do like weapon combos in between powers. So that might be something different as well. Oh no, the tank went down. Oh no! And luckily my Arc Lightning is doing a bit of healing, so it's not too exaggerated. So, even in DPS roll, I'm still doing some little bits of heals for every spot. Probably in the next run of the Olympus run, I'll try and do weapon combos in between each power. Basically, I do a combo, clip it with a power, combo, clip it with a power, that kind of thing. I don't know who left. I'm not stopping this train. Alright. Someone say they had to leave. Oh. I'm guessing everybody's voting no. Guess someone went to go take a look at their armory, I guess. Don't really do that in the middle of a run. We'll just do this. Oh, there's 3 electric DPS in here. There's 3 Tesla balls up in the air. And people want to see yellows all across their screen. Look at the yellows, man. Look at the yellows. Oh, I don't know why I went through my entire rotation again. That was stupid of me. Tesla Ball has shorter of a cooldown than the others. And the Electrogenesis is a 12-second cooldown. The Tesla Ball is always up first. But having Electrogenesis, so you have the electrified PI, and that will last for 12 seconds. when Electrogenesis is off cooldown, that tells me that I need to reapply the electrified power with Arc Lightning. Now, of course, I could just spam Arc Lightning as much as possible if I wanted to, but that's not the purpose of what I'm doing today.
Who dares enter my workshop uninvited? Wise Hecate. We would not dare disturb.
So I think for the rest of this run, I won't clip my powers, clip my weapon in between powers, or clip my powers in from my weapons. So I think have it straight out for this video will be a good point of reference when I actually do decide to clip, use a power, clip, use a power. And Megavolt. I could have sworn Tesla Ball was like on a 6-second cooldown, I guess. I might be just mistiming it. Because I thought these abilities had like a 12 seconds, so I could cast Tesla Ball like twice. 12 seconds seems really fast. I need to look at the cooldowns again. Ah, dang it. And refill my power bar. That was my fault, not looking at, paying attention to the mechanics. But I can't really look at the scoreboard much, because I am a 166 compared to everyone else that has gotten pretty high. So their stats are a lot, or much higher than mine. And they're probably using more skill points than me as well. Probably not by much, but enough. So that seems to be a downer a bit. That when you cast Electrogenesis and then you go into the pause from Electrogenesis to Arc Lightning will actually cause the hit counter to reset. Huh. That's very interesting. Yeah. So basically the hit counter will restart with Arc Lightning. I have something to report there. I wonder if that's intended. Yeah, I think just the added effect of using my Arc Lightning to help the healers out a bit. I think that's pretty nice. Yeah, see, I healed. Not by much, but I healed. Every little bit helps. So the last time we were here in Olympus, I remember I was the tank and I was barely doing anything. Any damage, or rather, I wasn't surviving we had to control these pools as much as possible. No, I'm sorry. We didn't do Olympus. We did God of Monsters, which was a lot rough. English. That's right, this is my first time actually learning Olympus. No, wait. I did run Olympus. I just did it as a healer. And I think even then, like, the tanks were a lot better. But now that they changed the pool mechanics, this works out, I guess. Having the pools now on a lower cooldown, very helpful. I didn't expect them to go down, but I'm really happy for that change for all my tank buddies out there. I guess for me, it didn't bother me as much. But that's for a whole nother video. Waiting for Rage to come. I'm just waiting for Rage.
Is this true, Ares? What can I say? The Themysciran woman of wonder speaks the truth. No magic lasso needed.
Here's hoping I don't get the electrified dot again, because I'll be really pissed. I'll make sure to just pay attention to myself.
God or mortal is powerful enough to take my crown?
Your time on the throne is over, old man.
I will strike all of you down!
Alright, here we go. Kumbaya. And we're going to go ahead and shoot off Megavolt. Pulse beam it. Take one down, take one down. Okay, it's not directed towards me. Alright, this could be our second Megavolt. Wanted to keep a timer and see, because we did it 3 times last on Athena. I'm pretty sure I was 100% on Hecate too. Over there again. Okay. Now I'm not using my supply drop because, I mean, the extra damage is nice, but this also gives me, again, a point of reference on how much damage I'm doing without having to use my supply drop. Because I'm not sure how balanced any of these are. Don't do it. Shit. Pull, pull, pull. Thank you, Rude. And 3. That was my fault. Did not pay attention, but I definitely think I didn't get much damage because I was like probably mid-air. That was weird. There it is. Oh, I couldn't roll out of the way. That was in mid-animation, I think. I'll actually be able to get one more Megavolt in.
You will never learn to think.
Hey, I got feet.
Your actions brought these mortals here. And how dare you use the Queen of the Amazons against
So
our
in case
foe?
the guy who did that I was gonna go get, in case he watches this video, I was coming to get you, but I got the electric dot, and it would have sucked if I would have went down too. I was coming to get you, but then it's like, oh, I got a dot. I need to go get this off me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll get you back. I'll get you. I'm coming to get you.
We had a deal.
But someone else got him. I was really happy. Because I am a DPS who will pick someone up. I am.
No, you traitorous witch!
It's him.
Oh no.
He return
It's a
to Olympus
monster.
to slay the king of the gods.
Wait, what?
Typhon has always wanted to destroy the gods.
So I guess at 5 DPS. Well,
Well done, Mother. You've doomed us all.
I beat Rude.
Have indeed.
That's nice.
But it was the only way to save Zeus. I
Amy.
suppose I could have told
And
you
I did
about
heal-
my
I did
vision
some
as
heals.
Typhon from the
I did
start.
heals.
How he would return from his imprisonment
So-
under Mount Etna to defeat and destroy.
I mean, at the same time, for me, I can't go by numbers on the scoreboard because that also takes care of, like, that also handles ads as well. It's not really direct boss fights.
My dear Circe.
Be thankful you have your life, Circe. Without that victory stone, you never would have survived that attack.
Oh, because I didn't even have time.
Oh, shut up, Diana.
Seems as though Typhon not only took your crown, but
Yeah, Mr. E was running electricity.
Ha ha. Gloat while you can.
Yep, and that's
I
exactly
shall
what he was.
proclamate.
That's exactly what he did. He was
Typhon
using
will pay.
weapons in between each. So what he did was, as an example, if I was doing it, Electrocute, solar flare, then arc lightning, solar flare, Voltaic bolt, solar flare, Electrocute, kind of that thing. But you guys already saw the loadout: Electrogenesis, arc lightning, Voltaic bolt, Electrocute, Tesla ball, and then Megavolt. And my stat points went with 20% crit chance, 40% critical attack, critical weapon, and critical damage, I should say. And then 119 points into power, making my stats all pretty. Power was at 23, basically right there at 24, a little under. Might at 90-50, and then precision at 89-10. So I'll take a look at the combat log on those bosses in just a moment. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is the scoreboard, or the scoreboard. This is what the Combat Analyzer has given us for this run. This is the entire run, the whole layout, every amount of damage that I did in the run, this is all it. So, Electrocute, being the top dog, did 883,000 damage, where next in line was Tesla Ball, almost below about 100k. Just below. And let's also remember with this loadout, the rotation I was going with was Electrogenesis, Arc Lightning, Voltaic Bolt, Electrocute, and Tesla Ball, and then of course Megavolt being the Supercharge. So I didn't even use Ionic Drain, which almost makes me wonder how Ionic Drain would have done. But that's for another story. We're looking at this information. So the scoreboard that we all know is kind of false. It gives a little bit of a false narrative a bit. So it calculates all the damage that everyone does, and sure enough, whoever's really going to do the most damage, and a lot of that scoreboard is skewed because it's also including. I mean, it really is just also including all the trash and everything. But clearing trash, that's simple. That can skew numbers when you want to look at it. Let's actually take a look and see how much we did actually on each boss fight. So let's take a look at everything together. Just looking at all three of the bosses. So on boss fights all together, this is what we came up with: 444,000 damage from Electrocute. Voltaic Bolt still down, and Electrogenesis. So let's look at individuals now. So this is what we did damage-wise on Athena. Electrocute still being the top dog, and this is all damage that was done onto Athena. It's not including the damage that was done on those ads. So Electrocute, being a dot, it hit 102 times, making, and the max damage that was seen was at 1999, barely right there at 2000. But the average damage was basically 1280. So, and it critted about 19.6% of the time. And so Electrocute and Voltaic Bolt, remember, are both 12-second cooldowns. But what's also, see this, is Voltaic Bolt does a hard impact, and then it does its ticks, where we can see Voltaic Bolt down here. It hit for 111, so it did get used more than Electrocute. It did more. It hit, and of course the ticks did a lot more. So it kind of hit like 13 times every cast. But Electrocute, being the AoE attack that it is, it still came out top dog. Now with Megavolt, I used Megavolt every chance that it was off of cooldown, and when I actually had the Supercharge to do it. And Tesla Ball beat it. It beat it. I don't know what to say. I mean, Megavolt is a Supercharge. It's supposed to do really excellent damage, but let's also remember with Megavolt, it hit 36 times. So I used it 3 times because it does 12 ticks of damage. So I used it 3 times, and it almost got to the point. And using it 3 times, using that Supercharge 3 times in one fight, it almost compared damage to Tesla Ball. So in Tesla Ball, it hit 27 times, and that thing hits like 3 times each. So I used it. Oh great, I'm gonna be bad with math. Actually, it's a little skewed. Must have hit awkwardly for another hit. So it hit about 20. I used it about 7 or 8 times, almost about 7 or 8. I think I'm bad with math. 24. I think 27 is actually probably about right. I don't know. Who needs math, right? That's what I'm talking about, numbers. So, even though you're looking at this and you're thinking, oh, Megavolt must suck with damage, it really doesn't. Because like I said, I used Megavolt 3 times in that fight. I used it 3 times in that fight, and it got comparable numbers to Tesla Ball, where I used it about 7 or 8. Probably actually a lot more than 7 or 8. I definitely feel it's a lot more. And then Electrogenesis. And Electrogenesis was always the first move that I hit, or that I used, and it did about 75k. And again, this was our hybrid build. You could see Pulse Beam was used, just a regular range tap attack, and then Meteor Blast and Charge Blast, and a little Scissor Kick. That's what I do. So that's for the Athena Bite. Let's take a look and see what we did for Hecate. So Hecate, again, Hecate actually did more damage on Hecate, and we have Electrocute still being the top dog of 150,000, Voltaic Bolt right behind it at 126, and then Electrogenesis, woo, all the way down. Now Electrogenesis this time around actually did more damage than Tesla Ball, and Megavolt, again, is still right there. And Megavolt, again, was used 3 times. So, you're using Megavolt 3 times in a boss fight. There are ways you can improve that a bit by, of course, having a supercharged generator like Static Push. But, again, Megavolt and Tesla Ball having the same comparable damage. You really want to try and have it. Remember, Megavolt, of course, it's your supercharge. It should do large damage. But when you're looking at numbers and comparing it like this, and also comparing how many times you used it, Megavolt still is not doing that bad. Because when you look at the numbers, the minimum that Megavolt did was 10,010, where Tesla Ball did 944. The max, yeah, Tesla Ball seems to have hit 45, 55, and then Megavolt maxed out at 4129. But the averages that it gave, 2150, 2200. That may actually need a little buff. Probably a little buff. It might have been to the point that Megavolt being used 3 times was sufficient enough damage, but the amount of times we used Tesla Ball, it was going to do better than Megavolt because of the long cooldown. Megavolt does have a 30-second cooldown, which I definitely understand why it's like that. And with it being a 30-second cooldown, I was able to use it 3 times because during that cooldown, I don't have the mindset of being forced like, oh man, I really need to use you right now. In that 30 seconds, it allows you time to build your Supercharge back up. If Megavolt was dropped down to like a 12-second cooldown, I think we were probably using it a lot less than 3. I mean, we might be able to use it twice, but that's a whole other different thing. Because I'm trying to think. Because it's about, it uses 1,000, almost. You can use it 1, 2, and that will drain your bar, power it back up, and you can use it again to the 50. So it's about a 50 pointer, I want to say. The way how they have their numbers for the supercharges is weird. It's the formula for that is weird. But yeah, so use Megavolt 3 times. If the cooldown was down to 12, we would have been spamming it more. Excuse me. But I think, for me at least, I think Megavolt damage was okay. Visually, you don't really want to see Megavolt, a supercharge, being lower than another attack that has a 6-second cooldown like Tesla Ball. But when you think of it this way, Tesla Ball had to do 39 hits to get where it is, where Megavolt, I only had to use it 3 times. And that's the numbers that it came up with at 3 times. That's not bad. Probably could be a little bit more improved, but just visually looking at it, 3 times, using it 3 times compared to Tesla Ball, what was that? 13? Yeah, it's actually, yeah. Using Tesla Ball about 13 times to get numbers comparable or even beat Megavolt. You really had to spam it. You really had to spam it. And then finally, let's take a look and see what we did for Zeus. Again, Megavolt, Tesla Ball. That's what happens. And Electrocute this time around skyrocketed. Yes, it's still Electrocute is still the top. Is still the top 8. It's the top dot, and it's an AOE dot as well. And Tesla Ball and Electrogenesis got a little closer this time, and Megavolt was still pushing it out. Now, also remember that Megavolt does not benefit from the Electrify PI, so you really can use it outside of the normal rotation. But when you want to look at the breakdown of time, because it basically shows you how long the fight length was for the whole run, and compares the damage up and down to see where you were. So this will show us the boss fights and see how they went. So as a player, on just boss fights, I did a total of 2.1 million damage. 2.1 million damage. My my effective DPS was like 5231. I critted 25.3% of the time. And you really want to take a look at the drops. Because, like, when I'm looking at this Hecate, like, I started so strong, and then I don't even remember what happened right here to make me drop like that. Like, that's a significant drop. Significant drop in damage. Athena, I started high, went back down, got back high again, and then just dropped so low. Let me take a look and see. It's not really going to show me much on the Athena. But my DPS should have definitely been a lot better. Yeah. Now this is for electric dots, so I might have gotten off of my rotation, and there might have been a dot misplaced somewhere. I got knocked down or something, possibly dying, picking someone up. I mean, those are all different things. But when it comes to your dots, you want to... What I was doing was I was unloading my dots and then using my weapon attack to basically make up some of the damage instead of just standing there. But I mean, this right here is information that I can now gather back to. I can look at it and figure out, all right, well, I have this. Let's look at stuff. Let's see how if we can get these spikes up a little higher so it's not dropped all the way down to 4K. Like, Jesus Lord. Like, I don't know what happened with my loadout there. And that also comes from muscle memory from the player to understand and know when you need to put your dots back on and keeping them up. All right, that's the key. But that's this run for Olympus. I do have more videos from Olympus coming out, changing up my loadout as well, so I will have new information, and we'll be looking at more of the analyzer as we do continue our DPS and everything. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys more for some DCUO.